Yo, what is going on, my people? Welcome back to another video. So today is looking pretty clean for the crypto market, and there's a ton of excellent news that I wanted to cover in this video that you need to know right now. So in this video, we'll be covering some whale activity, what we're seeing, and what this could mean for the movement of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. We're also going to cover some celebrity news and a little bit of online drama that we're seeing between Elon Musk and Dave Portnoy, two pretty big figures within the investing space in this day of age. And to wrap this video up, we'll be talking about inflation and destabilization of the dollar and how that equates to very bullish fuel for the crypto space. Now, as a couple reminders, like the usual, there are going to be a ton of filthy little scammers in the comment section of this video. Please ignore the WhatsApp number they leave as replies so you do not get scammed. Also, do not forget to hit that like button if you appreciate the work and research that goes behind the scenes for these videos, and subscribe to this channel if you don't want to miss out on this very historical moment in time with crypto and investing news. I also realized, which is very unfortunate, that 77% of you aren't subscribed to this channel. So if you are one of those people and you don't see that little subscription bell activated, make sure you do that. Turn on the bell so you don't miss a thing, because we're going to be covering some really hot news throughout this year that could make you a lot of money. One last thing, if you aren't using a VPN, trust me, you may want this. Surfshark is offering Jungie viewers 83% off and 3 months free just by using my link down below. Before investing your hard-earned money into digital assets like Bitcoin, you should 100% take the precaution and make sure your internet connection is protected, private, and secure. Now, with all that being said, let's hop right into my computer and see how the market is doing for this day. Alrighty, folks, so the crypto market is doing very well today. It is up 4.94%, an increase over the last day. Now, Bitcoin's dominance is currently 49.38%, or a decrease of 0.94% over the day, meaning a lot more people are putting money into different altcoins in the market. We're seeing right now Bitcoin is at $54,822 and up 2.28% for the last 24 hours. This is pretty good news. We're seeing Bitcoin enter the $55,000 mark pretty soon. So Ethereum is doing extremely well today. They are up 6.11%, and it is closing in on that previous all-time high we had before of $2,600 and I would say about $1932, around that range. So, oh shoot, do we just break the all-time? Oh. Oh, wow. So Ethereum broke all-time highs. Let's go. Let me tweet this. Let's go. All right, guys. So Ethereum broke an all-time high today. I will definitely be celebrating by getting some tacos or sushi later. That's awesome. Now, I also want to filter this by highest percentage changes of today, because we're getting some pretty solid increases. Hollow, Dent, Zalika, Voyager, Ox, they are all up over 20%. Helium is up 20% as well. Polygon 17%. And look at this, guys. Polygon is up 84% for this week. So I do have a video that I am working on and researching to add for another top 5 crypto or top 3 crypto pick, just depending on how many I can find for this week. Stay tuned for that. You do not want to miss out on it. Make sure that you do have notification bells turned on this channel. So I think it's safe to say that the market is looking pretty solid today. Make sure that you guys continue to stay emotionless in these investments. It's okay to celebrate your wins, but continue on with the strategy that you have implemented. I'm getting a lot of requests for me to make more videos talking about different strategies and what you should do in 2021 for this current, I would consider more of a dominant altcoin season, with Bitcoin still having a lot of potential. So I'll go ahead, draft, work, and get that video out to you guys as soon as possible. I am pretty backloaded on content right now, but I will get that out to you guys because I know you have been crazy about some type of more of a tutorial based video just like that. So just stay tuned. Now, another thing that I want to discuss in today's video is just talk about some of the movements that we're seeing with Whale Alert. Now, what I noticed is that there is a lot of huge transfers going on from unknown wallets to other exchanges. Now, whenever we see this happen, you have to realize there's a couple things happening. And sometimes whatever moves whales make, it really makes no sense. Like if they move money from Binance over to Coinbase and then they decide to move Coinbase over to Binance again, it could be a security factor. It could be money laundering. laundering. It could be them just trying to cycle or have some type of internal deals. You'll never know the actual reason just because we are not inside of their brains, but we can take a look at some of these other easier movements and dissect what kind of conclusions we can draw from the markets. So as an example right here, $21,000 transferred from unknown wallet into Binance. So what this means is whenever we see whales transferring money from something like cold storage, like I have in my hand, a Ledger Nano S, link down below in the description. Love this company, love these guys. What often happens is if I moved, say, $2 million, which I don't have, if I move $2 million from my Ledger Nano S over into Binance or Coinbase, what that means is I'm getting ready to unload that amount. Whenever whales decide to unload millions upon millions of dollars, it usually means we're going to see a dip in the market. So I've been noticing this, but I've also been noticing some good news too, which is the exact opposite. So check this one out. 6,000 Ethereum or 16 million USD transferred from Huboy to unknown wallet. So a lot of the exact opposite is happening. I was taking a look at this earlier and noticing a lot of transactions with Ethereum happening today as well. So it's interesting. Check out this one. $11 million transferred from Binance to another unknown wallet. So this right here should give you a better idea of at least what to expect in terms of retail investors and some major fluctuations that we may see in the near future. I don't believe we're going to continue to see this huge bull run all the way to the moon. I believe we are going to have some more major pullbacks, but based on what we're seeing in the past right now, I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot of work to get to $100,000 this year for Bitcoin. I am still very, very confident it's going to happen. And if you think you missed the train and it's too late, and this is like any other meme stock that we've talked about on this channel, and you just won't have any luck with it, I'm telling you, you'll be surprised at how bullish you would be with cryptocurrencies just by knowing the right amount of information and staying up to date with content like this. Now, I also want to talk about the headline right here. Tesla sold Bitcoin in Q1 of proceeds of $272 million. So Dave Portnoy earlier made this tweet throwing a little bit of shade at my boy Elon. So he says, so am I understanding this correctly? Elon Musk buys Bitcoin, then he pumps it, it goes up, then he dumps it and makes a fortune. Listen, I own one Bitcoin and Bitcoin is exactly who we thought it was. Just don't be last one holding the bag. Elon Musk replied, no, you do not, to his question that he's understanding it correctly. I have not sold any of my Bitcoin. Tesla sold 10% of its holdings, essentially to prove liquidity of Bitcoin as an alternative to holding cash on balance sheet. So is Dave Portnoy really someone who can call out Elon Musk for what Tesla has done? I first want to bring a reminder that although Dave Portnoy is shown to be a man of the people and a guy against the suits, many Wall Street bets enthusiasts still have a very strong distaste for him because of what we call paper handing his investments. If you check out this response tweet from back in February, they had to make this because of all the negative response he was getting. In this tweet, he states, Dave Portnoy is no suit. You can call Dave Portnoy a lot of things: a multimillionaire, a dead ringer for Bradley Cooper, a US Open champion, a Triple Crown winner. Heck, you can even call him blank if you want to, but you cannot call this man a suit. Yesterday, Dave Portnoy announced that he sold popular meme stocks like AMC, Nokia, and Naked. He bought at the absolute high and sold at the absolute low for a $700,000 loss. Like many others, Portnoy got absolutely screwed over by Robinhood, Vlad, Steve Cohen, and the other suits responsible for the criminal events of last week when they shut down a supposedly free market. Most of you guys should know about the situation with the Wall Street bets, AMC, and GME. I'm not going to go into the whole thing about this. Dave Portnoy basically paper-handed his entire investment, and during that time, he made a tweet talking about how he was selling everything, which definitely hurt the overall community. People were extremely salty about this entire situation, and then in this reply from Team Portnoy, they pretty much just pointed the fingers at Vlad, Robinhood, and anyone involved in this, and just pointing it away from himself and the fact that he did lose money and that he did really paper hand his investment. So people are still reminded by this. Yeah, so if we scroll down to his tweet that he had at Elon Musk, it doesn't take long before you see some people reminding him of what he's done with the whole GME AMC situation, where Jeremy Judkins says, weren't you the one that was pumping GME and then had paper hands and sold? I mean, it's going to keep coming up, you know? So what we can say from this and what we can notice from Dave Portnoy is that He has a tendency of joining the hype train, and what I realize is there's a term for this called a grift, and this is what people are labeling him. Let me know what your thoughts of Dave Portnoy are down below. I really don't have any type of opinion about him, but I definitely don't appreciate the fact that he's trying to throw shade at Elon Musk out here when clearly Elon has been doing a lot for the entire cryptocurrency space, regardless of the opinions that you may have. So the overall sentiment after releasing this news on Tesla is positive as we continue to see a green day for Bitcoin and the overall crypto market. Now, going back to Elon, we know that he's been pretty involved in the past year within meme stocks and cryptocurrencies like Doge. One could argue because of Elon Musk's tweet about Doge that the sole reason we've seen Doge get to where it is now is because of him. There's speculation that Elon is loading up on crypto and pumping up these coins in preparation of the further destabilization of the US dollar. Now, this is something I really want to talk about. The feds right now are doing a terrible job by printing 25% of the money that's ever been printed in just the last year. And many people like myself are literally strapping in for some intense inflation that we should expect to see soon. As growing concerns of inflation is right around the corner and large companies begin to consider adopting their cash reserves into Bitcoin, this is some of the best news that we can have as newer retail investors who got into Bitcoin much earlier in the game. If we check out the article here, possible Bitcoin treasury adoption as more companies cite inflation concerns. It states Bitcoin is likely a topic of conversation among the Treasury Department of many U.S. companies amid rising inflation. Cool little art right here. So no fewer than 47 companies have cited the term inflation in their earning calls for Q1 of 2021. According to a report by financial market data provider FactSet on Monday, the figure represents the highest number of companies to do so in the last decade. This means these companies, they're preparing. They know what's going on. And what you have to realize is companies like this in-house, they're going to have very smart people analyzing their statements, analyzing the economy, understanding what is to come because, they're getting paid by the company in order to keep them afloat. It says earlier in April, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics released its Producer Price Index, also known as the PPI, showing a report of 4.2% year-on-year increase, the highest it's been since September 2011. While Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell continues to argue that current inflation and consumer price index numbers are only temporary, there is a counter argument that businesses will move to transfer the burden of greater production costs to their consumers. Meanwhile, companies may also be seeking ways to protect their cash reserves from US dollar debasement following the nearly $6 trillion in stimulus money poured into the US economy over the course of the ongoing pandemic. Back in August 2020, business intelligence outfit MicroStrategy made headlines when it announced its first Bitcoin purchase. Michael Saylor's firm now holds over 90,000 Bitcoin valued at over $5 billion, with the asset up almost fivefold since August 2020. That is crazy, guys. That is crazy. On Monday, Tesla announced a sale of $272 million worth of Bitcoin, about 10% of its Bitcoin holdings, in the company's Q1 financial report. According to Tesla's Q1 2021 earnings call, the electronic vehicle maker netted $101 million in net profit from the sale. So a move like this really shows the market, and it shows other companies like, hey, we went ahead. Tesla went ahead and put a significant amount of their money into Bitcoin, and not only did it fight the pending inflation to come, but it grew money. They were able to make additional profit. So for any shareholders, I know that's good news. It's always great if a company is able to make additional money from their investments because they can reinvest that into research and development. Things like the Cybertruck, still waiting on something like that. I think that'd be dope. Now, as growing concerns of inflation is right around the corner and large companies begin to consider adopting their cash reserves into Bitcoin, overall, this is great news for any retail investors who got into Bitcoin during this time. So far, this week is looking beautiful, but I'll be keeping my eye out on any potential reasons for another pullback. Now, for this video's code word, just comment down below what your dream car is and what you would do if Bitcoin ever hits $100,000. For me, I've actually had my eyes on an R8. I don't know if I'll ever do that. We'll see how good this year ends up being. Let me know what your dream car would be. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget you can pick up 2 free stocks with Webull using my link down below. One is valued up to $1,800 after you deposit $100 into the app. And with Webull, you can trade both stocks and crypto on your computer or phone. One last thing, 83% off and 3 months free with Surfshark. Keep your internet connection secure and thank me later. Patreon is also open for anyone looking to get alerts on my crypto portfolio, my watch list, and any research that I'm doing with certain coins. Have an amazing day. Thank you all so much again for watching, and hopefully I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.